One of the major problems of people changing to vegetarian diets is that they have no idea how to do it. The first image that pops into many people's heads when they hear the term vegetarian is green vegetables. This is wrong. Vegetarians do not just survive by munching on salads and raw green vegetables. It would be surprising to see anyone eating a diet like that without being miserable. Vegetarians can eat pizza, delicious snacks that are breaded and deep fried. They can drink beer, eat big lasagnas, stuffed peppers, fries, chocolate cake, ice cream, and so much more. If you think about it, most food does not have meat in it. Also, there are many types of vegetarians. You can start just by avoiding the meat of mammals. That's not very hard, is it? That would make it difficult to explain why studies show that vegetarians live longer than non-vegetarians. Even vegans have no problem getting enough nutrition if they eat balanced diets. Some people are concerned that if they become vegetarians, they will miss out on key nutrients such as vitamin B12. It's important to know that vitamin B12 is not even made by animals. It's made from bacteria. The main reason some people have vitamin B12 deficiencies is because their food is too clean. Some freshly farmed vegetables, yeast, seaweed, dairy, or eggs should fix that. It's also important to note that humans need an extremely minuscule amount of vitamin B12, and that it can be stored in the body for up to 30 years. But what about protein? People need to eat meat in order to get protein and stay strong, right? Wrong. Plenty of champion bodybuilders and professional athletes have vegetarian diets, and they get more than enough protein. Try going up to a gorilla and asking it what it's like to be a wimpy vegetarian. Perhaps a bull would be better at answering that question. Don't forget to buy life insurance. Protein does not need to come from animals. And animal protein is actually known to promote certain cancers in humans. So where does this myth of vegetarian diets not being nutritious enough come from? Well, the myth comes from a small group of people with irresponsible eating habits. Plenty of people become vegetarians by simply removing the meat from their diets without replacing it with other foods. This is not vegetarianism. This is what I like to call starvetarianism. People who want to change the foods they eat should change the foods they eat, not just eliminate them and starve. Here's a great example. An average person in a Western country may go out to dinner at a restaurant and order a salad and a steak. A person who has just chosen to become a vegetarian might just eat the salad and skip the steak. Do you see any problem with this scenario? A real vegetarian would order a full meal, like a plate of deep-fried samosas, a spicy soup, a tall glass of beer, and some chocolate pie for dessert. Any person who eats irresponsibly or starves themselves will have health problems. Vegetarians who choose to eat bad diets or starve themselves should not blame vegetarianism for their problems. People who eat meat can also eat irresponsibly. Think of all the people who eat fast food on a daily basis, binge on sweets, or choose to be bulimic. Should they all blame all of their problems on the fact that they happen to eat meat? Although a significant number of serious diseases actually do come from too much meat consumption, letting these people blame all their health problems on meat would be unfair and would not make sense. Meat does not force people to binge on snack foods, just as vegetarian diets do not force people to starve themselves into a skinny and weak state. Let's move away from a small group of people in Western countries choosing to be starvetarians and move to a place where vegetarianism is common. A 2006 survey done by the Hindu newspaper revealed that 40% of India's population, which calculates to nearly 400 million people, is vegetarian. That's more vegetarians than there are people in the entire United States. And some believe that if India's strict definition for vegetarianism was changed to a more lenient Western definition, most of India's population would be considered vegetarian. That's an extremely large population to grow with so little meat. So to those who tell horror stories of mothers having problems giving birth or breastfeeding their babies due to vegetarian diets, please go to India and ask if you can help them with their small population problem. Quite the opposite. Most of our biological traits are designed for vegetarian diets. Humans are primates like chimpanzees, gorillas, and orangutans. Chimpanzees, who have also been seen to hunt meat on occasion, are actually still about 98% vegetarian, and most of the meat they do eat comes from termites. Humans can eat meat, but we usually destroy it by cooking it and covering it in some kind of plant-based sauces or seasonings in order to make it edible. This has gotten humans through times of famine and ice ages. It is a wonderful ability, but should not be done often if one wants to maintain optimal health. Some people are quick to mention that humans have canine teeth and that this is proof humans are made to eat meat. But canine teeth have nothing to do with eating meat, unless they are the kind that are designed for shearing meat, like those in the mouths of many carnivores. Canine teeth are mainly for holding food in place, or for fighting. Many mostly vegetarian animals have much larger canine teeth than canines themselves. Look at the huge canine teeth on monkeys and hippos. Even horses have canines. Human canine teeth are very different from the canine teeth of meat eaters. Our canines are not designed for meat eating, and they actually match the kind of canines herbivores have. This means that our canine teeth are proof that we should be mostly vegetarian. Just because they are called canine teeth and animals referred to as canines mostly eat meat, does not mean that they are for meat eating. Similarly, if a person has a widow's peak, it does not necessarily mean that they are a woman whose husband has died. It's just a silly name. Most people watching this documentary also have Achilles tendons. This does not mean that you are an ancient mythical hero of the Trojan War. Again, it is just a silly name for a body part. We are only just getting started. Let's go through some of the facts compiled by Milton Mills, MD, to learn why humans are biologically built to be mostly vegetarian. This may be shocking to some. We'll start with facial muscles. In carnivores and omnivores, they're reduced to allow a wide mouth gape. In herbivores and humans, they're well developed. Jaw type. In carnivores and omnivores, the angle is not expanded. In herbivores and humans, the angle is expanded. Jaw joint location. In carnivores and omnivores, it's on the same plane as molar teeth. In herbivores and humans, it's above the plane of the molars. Jaw motion. In carnivores and omnivores, it's a shearing motion with minimal side-to-side motion. In herbivores and humans, there's no shear, but good side-to-side and front and back motion. Major jaw muscles. In carnivores and omnivores, temporalis. In herbivores and humans, masseter and pterygoids. Incisor teeth. In carnivores and omnivores, they're short and